it's about knowing that we don't have to bend anymore, and we don't have to come close to breaking anymore as Indigenous people, because we've already done that enough. And this is now the time where we can stand up and say we're good enough. And this is the place that people can stand up and say we're good enough.
As long as I've been growing up, had a lot of change in life, but the center's always been here. Like, there's always been good people here, and it's always been a place to go. Sometimes I've gotten away from the center at different times in my life, but I always end up coming back.
I always have a positive feeling when I come out of here. I'm ready to go for my day, talking to some of the workers here. I always have a good time when I'm here, and it's always good spirits when I'm here.
It's a place where we can all come and be who we are as a people and a culture and tradition. It's a place where you have all the supports here where we can come together as a team and get you situated where you need to be.
For me, coming in as a new executive director, I had no idea what I was going to face, but I was welcomed right from the start. It was like coming home for me in a lot of cases. It was like, not only did I bring a fresh air, they brought a fresh air to me as well. And together, everything that we create is what we do together. Somebody has a good idea. Jen, I think this is a good idea. Wow, that is a good idea. Let's figure out how we can do it. We've got a great center here, and most people are not aware of how awesome the staff and this center is and everything that we offer. Part of what I'd like to do is really let community know just how great it is here and how responsive we are to community. So anybody who has a need in this area, in our catchment area, really can come to this center. And we do things uniquely. So we will have various programs that have certain titles, but the way that we're able to integrate culture into what we do is what makes us unique and makes those programs really effective. So we have programs for the gestational period, so prenatal, all the way through the end of life, and everything in between. And to assist parents and to start those teachings early, we start in the daycare. So that can start as young as 6 months and go all the way to age 12. But then we also have Aboriginal Head Start, which goes from approximately age 2 to age 6, including kindergarten. So we are unique in that we have the only Aboriginal Head Start in the region.
Under the Rainbow is a childcare facility owned by the Fort Erie Native Friendship Center. We are licensed by the Ministry of Education for 84 children. So we offer programs from infants from 6 months of age to school agers. So a before and after school program to 12 years of age. It's a huge pillar in our community to have this childcare center. Childcare centers throughout the community have continued to shut down, and we continue to fight the fight to keep our center opened. Through fundraising initiatives, some great parent involvement, and the great team that I have here. I have 12 registered ECEs employed here, and we have a fantastic team of staff.
I've been doing it for 25 years. I've been here for 14, and I still every day can't wait to come in and see the kids, and you learn from them every day, something new. You always think you kind of have it all figured out and everything, and then they'll do something and you'll be like, oh, it's all about making connections and being in the moment with the kids, finding a moment where you see it's like a teachable moment, so there you can see them making a connection, and it's exciting for us to see that happen too.
In today's society, with both parents having to work or single parent households, I believe the staff here give them that reassurance and that comfort of what home life is. They become a second or third parent to the children. So they have the nurturing and loving and all the support that they would receive in their own home. But unfortunately have to be in a childcare setting. So we try to make it as comforting as possible for the children. And by having that, it really sets the stepping stones and fundamentals for the education system, because they're in school for 15, 20 years of their life, right? So this is a really good pillar and a really good stepping stone for those children. We have children that have come with us since infancy and have moved the full cycle throughout our childcare center.
Their self-esteem has been built up really well, so they've got a lot of confidence. They know they're coming somewhere every day where they're loved, and they feel safe. They're learning. Children are learning constantly, no matter what you're doing. They could be washing their hands in the bathroom and they're still learning. And it's all about like those first years of life, right? Between 0 and 5, you learn more in that lifetime than you will learn for the rest of your life. So it's critical that they get absolutely everything they need during those times.
There are lots of benefits to Aboriginal Head Start for the children and the families. We are a parent-driven program, so parents have a lot of input on what their children are able to learn, as well as the culture and language component. Parents have chosen to instill the Iroquois culture into our program, as well as for us to teach the children the Mohawk language. So a very important part of the Aboriginal Head Start program is the 6 components, which are parental involvement, education, culture and language, health promotion, nutrition, and social support services.
So we start off our day with the children's arrival, and they come in and do their regular routine, bathroom, snack. I come in each morning in both classrooms and do the Thanksgiving address with both classrooms. Because they are different age groups, it's important that we do the Thanksgiving address in a way that is approachable for both of them. So with the kindergarten group, we would do something more as a repeat after me. Whereas with the preschool kids, it's all about the visual image of the Thanksgiving address. So that's what we do each morning.
We have a partnership with the District School Board of Niagara, as well as with the Catholic schools. We provide transportation for the program, so we have developed the partnership so that their children are allowed to attend school half a day, and they're also come to our program as well half a day.
I definitely prefer it here. And for a big reason is just being able to show those kids love. I mean, in the mainstream, they stray away from getting emotional attachments or, even giving them a hug. And what I love about Head Start is that hugs are every couple minutes.
We're a very welcoming program, and our staff here are very educated in the early childhood education field. And we welcome anybody that would love to come. They can contact us through Facebook. We have a Facebook page, Fort Erie Aboriginal Head Start Program, or they can contact us by telephone or email.
I love it. I love that we're just an Aboriginal Head Start family here, and we always tell the kids that we are a family here.
For high school, we have Courage to Soar, which is one of the oldest alternative secondary school programs for Indigenous students in the province. It's one of the originals, original 5, and we have it here. And it's still, our graduation rates and our credit accumulations are amongst the best in the province, consistently year over year. Then we have Literacy and Basic Skills, which brings people to the point of literacy and numeracy, brings it up to a level where then they can go. Sometimes we just need to know how to put those sentences together, to fill out those applications. Sometimes we need a little bit more, which is we need to know how to do an essay. That can be done in Literacy and Basic Skills in preparation to go into Niagara College. We're talking to Brock University currently about offering 2 of the bridging programs here at the Friendship Center. It looks like we'll start with the Aboriginal Adult Education Program. And the beauty of those programs is that it's an application process and it's simplified and it allows you to transition right into university. So no matter what area of education you're interested in or think that you need, we can help you work that out. Sometimes it's a self-confidence issue. You've got everything in your head, but you don't know where exactly you are according to the mainstream system of how you're evaluated. Again, we have many different mechanisms to actually explore that with you. For our young adults, what we have is the Youth Navigator actually will start working with youth at age 15 and go up to age 29. Because we really recognize that part of becoming an adult in our society is having someone help you to transition in those specific areas that you need.
What I do is I help establish the cultural identity and awareness within the youth. So I ask them what they want and what they need, what they want to see. And generally what happens is they actually ask for a lot of cultural things. So it's not even so much me saying this is what we're going to do, but it's the youth actually asking for it and just me turning around and saying, okay, this is what you want, this is what you're going to get. Well, we do a men's drum night every Wednesday night. We usually average around 15 people every week. So Wednesday nights we have those, the men's drum night, while the women have their drum night in Courage to Soar. And then Thursday night we have youth council nights. And it's really just a chance for the youth to talk about their concerns and their issues and what they want to talk about and what's on their mind and pressing in their lives. That we get to do a lot of things that probably a lot of other youth groups don't get to do, right? We got to go to the recital of the Great Law, which was in Akwesasne, upstate New York. We're going to Ganawage for the Sing, which is in Quebec, in a month. And we're doing all these really culturally grounded events and activities that they may not necessarily get anywhere else. It's a place of acceptance. You don't have to be anything other than 15 to 29 to really come and talk to me. So that's the other thing. It's non-judgment and complete acceptance on this side of the table. So what they really get is just that opening environment. My email address, youthnavigator@fenfc.org. I'm on Facebook as well. All they gotta do is search Youth Navigator, FENFC, and I have my position page there, and they can friend me, and then they get to see all the things that we're doing. We're throwing all these awesome events, and that's the best way to find out about them.
What Apatsuwin and GREAT can do is if you have a field of study or an interest that you want to explore in the labor market, they can actually help to place you in those positions. In a limited funded capacity, funding is always an issue for this, but wherever possible, they create partnerships with employers so that somebody can actually go work in a field and see if it's the right fit for them. And then that becomes the launching point of success for them.
Well, Apatsuwin itself is a Swampy Cree word that means employment, training, and jobs. So our role is to help community members that are status, non-status, Métis, and Inuit to assist them in attaining their employment and training goals. There's never enough to assist everybody that we need to. Our budget is limited, and so what we have to do every year is an annual operation plan, and in that plan you try to determine how far you can spread those dollars and help as many people as you possibly can. So some people only need supports to go back to work, so that would be like employment supports, that would be the intervention that we're doing. So they might need $500, but you may have someone else who needs on-the-job training to gain experience so that they can get out to employers or stay on with that employer that's offering that training. When they go in, they don't have those skills. Our job is to help them through working with the client and the employer to ensure they have the skills to move forward from there. There's 2 workers in the Apatsuwin program. There's myself, and I am the employment counselor. We also have a career developer, and the key role of the career developer is to do that networking with the various employers. So typically they'll contact Larry Johns, who is our career developer, and then I meet with the clients. Larry and I work in the same office, and so we're always sharing that information, and we try to match clients with employers. So Larry does the employer part, I do the counseling part for the client. And then together we find those matches that are going to help people.
Having a chance to go out and talk with employers with what their company does and how many employees they have and when the jobs are going to become available, I find it very up my alley.
What I find more often than not is our people want to work with their own people. They're not as comfortable going to Job Gym where you become basically a number. Here you get the hands-on, the one-on-one. You can, I try and answer all your questions. We can teach you how to job search, but we'll take the time to spend the time with you till you feel confident in moving forward. And that's the job of what we want to do here. We want to increase the confidence in people so that they can venture forward and be confident in themselves and attaining their goals.
So every year we have a midwinter powwow, always held the first Saturday in March. the staff, with all their experience and all their knowledge, gosh, it's wonderful to come into a position of leadership where everybody knows what they're doing and they love what they do. They're here because they love the community and they have seen it all, they've been through it all, and their commitment and their love of community remains. So it's wonderful to come in and bring the smiles that show the joy. Again, I operate from that point of happiness. I want this to be a happy place to work because when we're happy, we do better for community. And we teach community how to be happy and that it's okay to be happy. And actually, it's a responsibility to be happy. We make better decisions when we're happy. And that's what I try to bring here. Watch. Because it's one thing to hear about me say what we're trying to do. It's another thing to watch it in action. And if you start looking for those changes, you'll see them. And you'll see them get stronger. And when you're ready, come back. Because we'll always welcome you. It doesn't matter our history. You are always welcome here.